very exciting to play, and that's how we came up with Noriko.
They obviously didn't like her that much because poor old Noriko finds herself having a tough time. Her kingdom has been overrun by Botan's evil army.
This was once a place of tranquility and learning.
And it's up to her and her posh English accent and, of course, the heavenly sword to single-handedly repel them.
You keep watch till we return.
There hasn't really been a female lead that's become really iconic since Lara Croft, and I think it's really time for one.
Okay, the game itself. First thing to note, these hero sequences are dramatic to play and watch and shift the action quickly through the epic landscape. Next note to self, this is a combat-based game and you need to master the 3 stances real quick.
Okay, so I'm using speed stance right here, which is the deepest and most complex of the stances. It's also the default stance in the game. This is the big power sword. It's the slowest, but also most powerful sword in the game. Then we can switch to the range stance, which is great for pushing people back, but it's also the weakest stance in the game.
Unless you're blind, you'll notice very quickly that you're attacked by literally bucket loads of enemies.
The attacks are coordinated and timed and really nicely paced, so that if you're playing really, really well, you could, for example, counter every single person on the fly as they're coming in. And then, you know, there may be a little pause, so you've got a moment to catch your breath, and then it carries on. That's a counter. Counters are great. It's a fairly advanced feature. It's timed. You've got to get your timing absolutely perfect, and then you can pull off some of these big moves.
Good play earns style points, which once amassed allow you to pull off cinematic super moves.
So it'll slow down, show your move in exquisite detail, wreak absolute destruction, and then you carry on. And it's something where you get a real rush within the combat, and it's also really cool for showing off to your mates.
But there's something really special about this game that Nina promised to show us.
You can pick up and throw just about anything in the environment, including corpses. Let me see if I can get one of them right here. Oh my God, I'm dying. I'm dead. I died.
Thanks, love. Now we'll never get to see it.
The Dragon Frenzy that is Lair will be winging its way onto the PlayStation 3. The game relies on a mix of controls to allow you to master these winged beasts. We talked to the guys at Factor 5, the game's developers, about the importance of dragon control.
Control of the dragon was very, very, very important for us. As in all games, you need to be able to control what you're doing in a very accurate and predictable manner.
I mean, that's why when we had early discussions with the Sony hardware designers, I was begging for motion control. And it was very clear that for flight, it's the perfect control scheme because you get so much more variation in control as opposed to the slide analog stick that we always knew that that would be fantastic.
But by their own admission, the 6-axis controls at first didn't work.
It spiraled a little bit out of control because we then tried to do too much with the motion control. But then we found a perfect balance, I think, at this point, where everything that is stronger due to the motion control is actually on there, and everything else is on the traditional sticks and buttons. So we go back and forth quite seamlessly.
One thing that we did discover is on the ground, this kind of control didn't make as much sense because, one, what we wanted was we wanted to always go back to 0. And it's a little bit more difficult to get back to 0 when you're sort of doing this range. It's much easier for us on the ground to control it around, to go straight back, left, right, what people are used to. And if we want to go back to 0, it's easy, we just let go of the joystick. So when we were looking at controls, we said, what makes sense to use the 6-axis? And for us, that was the flight control. And what made sense to use the joystick? And for us, that was the ground control.
So for in-flight moves, the 6-axis is by far the weapon of choice.
We often have gestures that you can smash into the dragons next to you. We also have a dash, which is exactly what you would think is sort of this forward dashing motion. he can also get into these sort of grappling modes and use some different attacks. Now, why might you want to do this instead of just fireballing them? Well, because with additional risk, we give people additional reward. And there's different multipliers that happen when you're fighting in physical combat. So if I do this little pursuit mode, I might get a 2x bonus. If I land on the ground, I might get a 2x bonus. If I do this sort of grappling mode, although the risk is now increased, so has the reward.
Obviously, the next step in controls is not a third stick. It's not even more buttons, but it needs to be a different way of inputting things, and the next logical thing is really the motion controls. We cannot really cut short on any of the features of the system, so that's where, in control terms, motion control comes in naturally.
This was one of the most talked about games at this year's Games Developers Conference. The developers of the long-awaited game Warhawk announced that it was to become an online multiplayer downloadable title only, available through the PS3 network. The single-player game has been scrapped. They even held an event in Utah to relaunch the game that was never launched in the first place. Those crazy guys.
So today was kind of a relaunching of Warhawk, where we announced our focus on multiplayer only, delivering a multiplayer online AAA experience here at Hill Aerospace Museum. The backdrop of all these awesome planes and a 20-man LAN party within this environment was an absolutely staggering event.
Amazing. A hangar full of games journalists. Not exactly the Playboy Mansion. But anyway, back to the game.
There are enormous battles in Warhawk Online, and it's both macro and micro scale gameplay. So at one time, you might be a troop running through alleys in a city. Then you hop into a Warhawk and go screaming out across the continent in an incredibly long viewing distance. And so leveraging the PS3 and some custom technology that we've developed allows us to have great looking, great playing small gameplay and great looking, great playing big gameplay.
Well, you would say that. It's your game. Let's ask some of your guests what they thought of the changes.
It's been good to see that it is still in development and that the guys are actually making quite a bit of progress. And there's a lot more variety, I think, than people expected.
So many options, so many varieties of different weapons and vehicles that you can actually use.
Everyone can pick it up, everyone can play it, and even if you're not that good, you can still have a good time.
Something tells me these journalists might be under duress. If you turn the camera around, you'll see one of the developers pointing the 20mm cannon of an FA-22 Raptor at them. We'll wait, gamers, and make up our own minds as soon as we have our hands on it. So, we've already seen some tantalising footage from the forthcoming PS3 network game LittleBigPlanet, but do we really understand what it's all about? Maybe a visit to a PlayStation Network Games event would make things a bit clearer.
Today I'm going to take you through the training ground level of LittleBigPlanet PlayStation 3. You'll see straight away we've got Sackboy. Let's wave to the camera. So we're now just going to go through the level 2 player. We'll go through it quite quick. We're going to try and collect as much sponge as possible. But the great thing about this game is you can just mess around, you can do whatever you want. Oh. Okay, so now we've got a bit of an obstacle, and if we look, we can't get past this block. But what we can do is we can grab in this game, and we can grab each other, or we can grab objects. So if we grab this object, it gives us a great way to interact with the world. So we're going to grab this. Nick, do you want to pull the block over? And I'll pull you, and the block's over. Real simple puzzle there, but a great example of emergent gameplay that all the designers have done is put in a simple block, and it's provided us with a simple challenge which we can fix in a real world way. We just pull the block over. Now we're going to just grab as much sponge as possible, and I'm going to try and get up to the top. Oh, and I missed it. All these blocks are obviously operating under real physics, and actually you'll see that not only are they operating under real physics, but if I move around, you'll see that actually they act like cloth and they're squidgy, which is something which we're keen to do. We want things not just to look like they're real textures, but actually feel like them as well. So the bridge is down and we need to get across. We need to get up here on the right, I could actually pull over these blocks if there was a few of us, and we could stack them up and we could get over, but instead we're going to do a much more interesting way, and we're going to grab onto this cog. I think we jump and grab on and hurl ourselves across the gap and land on the polystyrene clouds, and we're over. Okay, so now we've got a problem. We're stuck behind this grate. Whoops, daisy, and my jetpack snapped. But what we're going to do is we're going to use these shells to put some weight on this while I'm trying to pull down. We're going to grab some shells together, working cooperatively, and plonk them up there, hopefully with enough weight. And again, another example of the solving problems in different ways. I can actually grab this now with enough weight, and I can actually pull it down myself. So although you could have put the shells on, there's a different way of solving it, which is we pull it. And now it's pulled down, we can run under.
I think I'm starting to get it. More from the PS3 Network Gamers Day soon.
Get real. Find the biggest, baddest, funniest and maddest reality clips all in one place. When sport goes bad, weeknights at 9. Keeping it real, only on Bravo.
Talk about LA mansions.
Come look at that house.
Everyone's speaking the same language.
Are you negotiable on the price? Yeah, we can go up.
We could triple our money on this place right now. Meet the dealers, paid to turn a dream home
I'm working my ass off for him.
into bucks
Somebody offered us $5 million.
and mortar.
Game time, my friend.
It takes hard
If I
talk
don't get what I want, I'm going to make it difficult for everyone.
and a harder sell. For the $1 million mansion, starts next on Netflix, exclusive to living.
Why were we the first car manufacturer in the UK to introduce unleaded fuel as standard across our entire range? Why have we reduced the amount of energy used at our Ellesmere port plant by 30% over the last 4 years? Why are we now launching our new EcoFlex initiative? Because of them, because of this.
All I need is me and a friend, and the talking to go on and never to end.
Talk for hours with unlimited calls or text on Orange Pay Monthly. Life as you like it.
Join the elite speed agents. Solve problems with the power of the groove. Keep with the beat of the music. Tap to make the move. It's rhythm to the rescue. Elite Beat Agents, only on Nintendo DS.
Want to know a great place to find car insurance? Follow me.
This is GoCompare.com. It's a brilliant website which compares prices from loads of insurance companies, so you don't have to.
It's so easy it'll save you time and could save you a lot of money.
GoCompare.com also give each quote a unique 5-star rating, so you know exactly what you're getting for your money.
So, for the right car insurance for you, just visit GoCompare.com.
Why go compare anywhere else?
I want an immediate lift. For me, nothing beats Revitalift.
L'Oreal Revitalift Double Lifting. 1. A tautening gel with Protensium. 2. An anti-wrinkle cream with Pro-Retinol A. It immediately tautens skin and reduces the appearance of wrinkles. Revitalift Double Lifting. And now, step into the future of eye care with new Revitalift Double Lifting Eye. It reduces the appearance of wrinkles and immediately tautens the skin of the upper eyelids. New Revitalift Double Lifting Eye from L'Oreal Revitalift. For an eye-opening new look.
We all have our little beauty secrets. Lip plumping gloss. Control pants. Push-up bras. But according to Cosmometers, the biggest secret of them all? You'll never guess. The secret to gorgeous hair. Head & Shoulders. Voted Reader's Favourite Shampoo at the Cosmo Beauty Awards 2006. And for the next big beauty secret, try Head & Shoulders conditioners.
You know, it helps to be posh around here, unless you're in a string of polo ponies or maybe half of Yorkshire. But you don't have to be posh to be privileged. All you need is 4 years no claims, and Privilege will guarantee to beat your renewal quote. So for cheaper car insurance, call Privilege on 0800 051 1088. Or, if you're really posh, have your butler do it. Call Privilege now on 0800 051 1088 or buy online at privilege.com.
Find out more about our EcoFlex scrappage and trade-in initiative against low-emission Vauxhalls at your local retailer.
Good guy, bad guy, good guy, bad guy. Dear Lord, guide us, protect us today, make it so that we make a difference. Maybe we can work a miracle. Thank you for answering the prayers. You can put us back on the road to victory. I am a lawman on a mission for God. In Jesus' name, amen.
Town we trust. Dark the Valley, Wednesday at 10, exclusively to Bravo.
The darkness is like an ancient power. You kind of get revealed more in the story, so I don't want to give too much away, but basically it's passed to Jackie through his ancestry, and it basically uses Jackie, or the person it is, as a host, and then that allows it to show itself in the now world. Jackie doesn't have a choice over this, that's just fact. The darkness is using Jackie as a host to carry out his bidding. And basically the darkness feeds on darkness within the world. It feeds on evil people. It feeds on horrible stuff happening to people. And so for it to grow stronger, it kind of makes Jackie do this stuff. We've got various different superpowers as well. We've got like a black hole that will, you can create a vortex in the world and it will suck everything in and then burst it back out again. We've got a demon arm, which is kind of like the Queen Alien's tail from the film Aliens. You can skewer things, you pick up stuff. And then you've got darklings in the game, which you can call upon. They're basically called from the really evil people's souls, and they form themselves in like demons that you can like use for various different things. The way we kind of see them is they're like grenades in the game. You kind of send them through doorways into rooms, and they kind of sort stuff out for you. They carry like baseball bats, golf clubs, saws. So they're pretty awful things, really. But at the same time, they're kind of funny. They've each got their own little personality. It's kind of how we add a bit of a lighter side to the game. It's black comedy all the way, but at the same time, they add a little bit of fun to the game.
We'll reveal more of the horrors lurking in the darkness closer to the game's launch. Stay tuned if you dare.
THQ's 2007 Superstar Challenge wasn't just about WWE wrestling stars playing a video game tournament. Oh no! It was also an opportunity to showcase the latest version of SmackDown vs. Raw 2008.
We want to show you some examples of how the fighting styles are going to play out and some of these special abilities that we're talking about. Here we're going to show off the Dirty Superstar. We have Randy Orton being the Dirty Superstar. He's going to grab a hold of the ref right here and use the referee shield. Right now he's invulnerable to attacks. Kane can't attack him right now. And he's going to be able to manhandle the referee and push him and knock out the other superstar. He's going to have a lot of different options what he wants to do there, and it's going to be a special ability only for that Dirty Superstar. You see here, Randy Orton went ahead and put Undertaker on the chair. He's going to go over here and be able to perform a special move that only he's going to be able to perform, which is the double chair concerto. He's only going to be able to perform that move. We really wanted to open up to some new aerial attacks that no one else can do. So you can see here, A simple press of a button right next to the rope is going to have you be able to do a diving attack right outside the ring. We're going to have a lot of different diving maneuvers. We're going to have inside the ring, outside the ring. See here is just a simple press of the button. You'll be able to perform a lot of really cool diving attacks that only he's going to be able to perform. Bobby Lashley's special ability here is the irresistible force, is what we call it, which is a power kick out of any pin if you have a finishing move stored. He's going to be able to simply kick out of any pin anytime he wants. That's his special ability. He's also going to be able to do, as you see here, Kane use some other parts of the environment with his power moves that no other superstar can use. Only he's going to have these special abilities to showcase his power and his brute strength. We're very excited about the Wii version. We are not just porting over the Wii, we are making a Wii SmackDown vs. Raw 2008 game. We want to speed it up, we want it to be an arcade feel. And then also, you hear us talk a lot about ultimate control, which is very important to us, and this just really takes it to the next level. We talk about controlling all aspects of the move. Not only are you controlling all of them, you're actually going to be acting them out.
Better buy my spandex then.
My name is Scott Warren. I'm the lead designer of Mercenaries 2. I've been with the Mercenaries 2 or the Mercenaries franchise since its inception, and we're here today to show you a bit of the Mercenaries 2 gameplay in action. So the first feature we're going to show you here is the action hijack, which we had in the first game, but this time around we basically wanted to try and make it a little bit more cinematic, a little bit more interactive. We're actually going to see button presses that you'll see on the screen here. That's indicating hitting the right stick, using the Y button. This one, next one indicates that you should match the B button, keep on pressing it and try and win this fight between this guy. We've done so now we're actively taking the tank. Now we're going to take this Jeep, or we're going to take this tank, sorry, and show you what can happen when you take one object of much larger mass and try and run over another one. That's one way you can destroy things. Obviously the tank has very good explosive firepower itself, so when we actually use the fire button, we'll be able to destroy the other Jeep like that. Now the next sequence is going to be a little bit difficult to just handle with this tank, so we're actually going to call it an airstrike, another returning feature for Mercenaries 1. So the first airstrike we're going to show is a carpet bomb, which is an airstrike that we can actually do by detonating via satellite, which means we can actually find a nice location that's a little bit away from the chaos here. Now we can call on the airstrike much safer from a good location. Over here. Bring up the satellite detonator. We'll walk onto this tank here and we're going to see what happens. We're using a standard assault rifle here to engage some of these enemies. Obviously he has another weapon on his back, that's an RPG launcher. He can select between both of them, which he just did. Now he's going to use that RPG to fire at this other guard trying to destroy this. Now one way you can get immersive with the gameplay is to use features in combination. So what he's going to show you now is using that C4. He's going to stick a few of them onto this Jeep here. And what we're going to try and do here is drive this Jeep into a building, designate the C4, and try and use the Jeep as a missile. Gets in the Jeep. Drive the Jeep here to the bunker up ahead. We're going to ditch this Jeep at the last minute. And designate the C4. Didn't quite blow up the building, but you get the idea. So we hope you like what you've seen of the currently work in progress of Mercenaries 2. We're about 60% of the way completed this game for a holiday 2007 release. We'll be releasing on the PC, the PS3, the 360, and the PS2.
They told me stories of drug smuggling, extortion, intimidation, and gun running. Even told me stories of kidnapping, rape, and murder. And then they told me, don't believe a word I hear. So I've seen it for myself.
Come face to face with Britain's toughest criminals. McIntyre's Underworld starts Tuesday at 10. New to Bravo.
I like music made by Nelly Long Hair, and girls who shriek and jump in the air, and growling guitars and silvery horns, pianos that sound like the start of chorus, booming sound and records and bass, machines that buzz in just one place, like home in my car, or out on a drive. The best of all when I hear it live.
Access the gig tickets 48 hours before anyone else with gigs and tours from Orange. Life as you like it.
They can take any shape. They can hide anywhere. This summer,
To civilization far superior to our own.
the battle for our freedom begins. Transformers.
What? No. I'm in the village of... I have no idea.
RAC mobile phone tracking means we can tell where you are, even if you can't. RAC, to the rescue. Own your own home? No. Need a loan? No worries. No Worries Loans could help. Tenants and homeowners are welcome. Whatever you need a loan for, call No Worries Loans now on 0871 711 1122 or go online to noworriesloans.com/TV. Take the worry out of your finances with a loan from No Worries Loans. Call now.
Get real. Find the biggest, baddest, funniest and maddest reality clips all in one place. When sport goes bad, weeknights at 9. Keeping it real, only on Bravo.
Gamers the world over waited with bated breath. Just what would E3 2007 have in store? First out of the blocks would be Microsoft. What could we expect Big Bill's voice to reveal at the world's greatest video game event? A 360 price cut? Halo 3 to steal the show? Gears of War 2 even. Next up, Nintendo. Could they ever top last year's dazzling E3 shenanigans? Would that plumber be on the floor? Rumours abounded of an appearance by a certain Steven Spielberg. Others prayed for a Mario Kart Wii revival. And last to reveal their secrets would be Sony. Surely things would go better this year with Heavenly Sword, Killzone 2, and we could but hope Metal Gear Solid 4. Who would come out top of E3 2007? Today we find out as we bring you all the biggest news from E3 07. But first, we need a little weep. Yes, the DS popular Professor Loeb, or as we like to call him, the thinking man's condom, is back this time for the Wii. Now, if you've actually missed the phenomenon that is brain games, here's the lowdown. These games are designed with grey matter in mind. Reminiscent of an animated junior school maths textbook, the mini-games are designed to get your brain working, to enhance your skills and wake up your brain. The result is a race of super intelligent games players. But surely playing regular video games has the same effect. I mean, I've been playing video games for years now, and it ain't hurt me none. I'm cleverer than I've ever been in the past. See? A test was in order. Good. Easy. Oops! At the end, the results were conclusive. Average. Blah. What does he know? To outfox the professor, we instantly signed up under a pseudonym. Meet Kim. We decided to be a girl, as they're supposedly more intelligent, and the professor would give us a better grade, because he'd fancy our me-channel curves. Off we go. My smaller female brain seems to be dealing with the pressure. And yes, proof that even virtual ladies beat us males in the brain department. And finally, our results. Well, yes, it's good in context. It's not a game that's going to blow you away, but keep up the exercise and you should feel rewarded. Also, you can pit yourself against other people's online avatars, as well as race against your friends in two-player brain duel. Genius! So, we give Big Brain Academy on the Wii a worthy 1 + 1 + 2. Who's this familiar-looking fella? Why is he